Welcome back to another episode of the Fourth Down. You already know it's your boy Leak holding it down, and we got a special guest in the building today. But of course, I'm gonna introduce the guys first. We got Shad,
How's it going? Hey guys.
we got Dorian.
Whoa.
Joining us today, we got Sean.
What's going on?
Yes, sir.
Pleasure to be on it,
How you feeling? How you living, man?
man. Living good, man. Nice little weekend, Super Bowl weekend. Get to chill, relax, and shit. But
Watch some good football.
yeah, I would say that's just really what it come down to. Like we don't get the chance to really sit down during the regular season, but now you premeditate Super Bowl weekend, so it's like
Yeah, because you get that
enjoy
week
yourself.
off so you can plan for it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I feel that.
All right,
Yeah.
glad you brought that up so that we can jump right into the first. You know what I mean? So Super Bowl was just this past Sunday,
Yeah,
and I don't know. I just want to feel like, obviously being the Patriots fans, honestly, I feel like we got to start with y'all. How did y'all feel? You know what I'm saying? How did y'all feel overall the game?
You want me to go first or you go?
I'll go first. I feel like yours is gonna be longer than mine, but
All right. Oh, they say I be rapping.
but no, I mean, like I was telling you before, like we started, I'm not too upset, right? Like, I mean, I'm disappointed that like it went out like that and it wasn't real competitive. But Drake in his second year, he 23 years old, just made a Super Bowl, right? Like, and we just came off of 2 4-win seasons, right? So like we exceeded expectations. We're gonna retain a lot of our guys that we just signed, right? So I mean, I was a little discouraged by the O-line and some of the play calling, right? But like as a whole, I can't be too mad because we weren't even supposed to be there, right? Like we ahead of schedule. This is year one of the rebuild, and we already in the Super Bowl, right? So like, and Drake May was a MVP runner-up. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not too much I could be mad about. So I mean, that's really what I took away. I was mad at Will Campbell, but again, he's just a rookie. Jared Wilson, he a rookie, right? Like, so I mean, I gotta give them guys a little bit of grace, right? Biggest game of their career, and it's their first season, so.
So I mean, yeah, I agree with a lot of the stuff you said. The main thing I agree with though is the use of saying like disappointed as opposed to like upset. Like I'm not upset. I do wholeheartedly believe the Seahawks are top to bottom, a better team than the Patriots are this year. There are a couple teams we probably beat who were top to bottom on the roster, better than us, right? But a lot of the times, Drake willed us to those wins, or we were able to outcoach them in certain situations, like for example, having to adjust to a blizzard, or having to play a more defensive game and win 13-3, even though all year we were winning 35-20 and stuff like that.
Thanks.
The whole playoffs we really had to win every game defensively. Part of that because of Drake May, but also a part of that because of the conditions we played in. You know what I mean? We played some of the best defenses in the league, and then we also played in the worst weather. So I understand all that. I mean, last night, I'm not going to lie to you, I put that mostly on the offensive line. I know Drake May had a bad game, but when you got a young quarterback who getting smacked every 2 plays, I mean, he's going to be sped up, and his process is not going to be the same. You know what I mean? So he wasn't, and I'm going to be honest, there were some throws there, but by the time we got to the third quarter, he no longer had any trust in his offensive line, so he couldn't read the field well.
That's the
Right?
most rattled I ever seen him. Like,
Yeah,
even when the few times he had time, bro, like, he just,
Bro, Will Campbell
feeling
had
nothing,
a Super Bowl record 19 pressures. 19 pressures, right? Think about it. In a football game, you probably get what, 30 dropbacks?
yeah.
19 of those were pressures from one person.
bro, that's
That's worse than Falele.
That's game plan though.
That's
I was
actually
just-
worse than
It is,
Falele.
and I was just
Game
glad you
plan.
said that because that was what I was about to say. Do you think that was really the Seahawks coaches really going in and saying we got to attack that guy?
Yeah, I of course I would go after him too. He been getting beat all playoffs. That's what I've been trying to tell people. Like, you know what I'm saying? People, obviously we the Patriots, so we're gonna get some venom come our way no matter what, right? Because of what we've done most of our lives. We've won most of our lives. People tired of us winning, but it's like, yo, like I'd have went after Will Campbell too. He's the weakest link.
But we in that
that's
era.
no, you good.
No,
You
you-
good.
we-
Nah, I would say we just in that era though. Like we Ravens fans, so we see the outside standpoint on it. But when you get a defensive minded coach, that's the head coach that sees
Like Mac McDonald. From
yeah,
Seahawks.
Mac McDonald understand both of it. So he like, you know what? I'm gonna just go with my script of how I feel like we can rattle Drake May. And not to be funny, this was like a real like different situation for him. Because during the season, how many defenses did y'all face that was even putting that much pressure on y'all so y'all could be like, oh, we're gonna rep this, we're gonna rep this. The whole
Right.
playoffs was a different experience. So Drake May
I
being
agree.
young, it's a mindset. Now, forget what I thought or forget how I feel or how I want to proceed in the game. Now I just got to play football, and it's hard when you pressured and you're not up in the game. You don't have the supporting cast right now. Your line you trying to communicate with them, and they see stars. It's the grandest stages of
And-
NFL right
yeah.
now. So you know what I'm saying?
and that was the point I was ready to make. You know, my last point was I'd already talked about how Drake wasn't seeing the field well because of him being under pressure. And then the offensive line, you know what I'm saying, basically just not being there. The entire left side of the offensive line just wasn't there yesterday. Our receivers didn't make it easier on them. I mean, it's like
Bro, the drops,
when you-
bro. Like,
yeah, we had Hunter Henry had 2. I think Matt Collins had 1.
Booty had one.
Woody had 1, and Stephon Diggs couldn't get open. So it's like,
I'm glad you brought that up. Like, what was going? Like, do y'all think it just he was in his head? Do you think he was just getting strapped all game? Like, what?
Diggs?
Yeah, like what the hell?
Man,
was
to
going
be
on with
honest,
Stephon?
Diggs wasn't. And I'm saying this just off the standpoint because I play receiver. It's just certain receivers that don't step up to the plate or don't carry that like you can't mess with me attitude. He do all the hooting and hollering, but at the end of the day, you look at the stat sheet, be like, bro, you only caught 1 pass yesterday.
yeah, he not one of them guys.
Bro,
He's not.
I just like, and it's crazy because going into the game, like you know how it's just like certain players, it's like you finally get to the big game and you like no matter what the outcome of the game is, they're gonna step up and perform. I kind of thought he was gonna be one of those guys.
And it's crazy because he was earlier in the season for us,
Yeah.
but as the season went on, I feel like his body like just wasn't reacting to what his brain wanted it to do. Like, and that's part of that old age thing when they say,
I was
you
gonna
know,
say he
when the
probably lost a
receiver,
step, yeah.
you know, when the receiver hits, 30 in the NFL, they say you take a step back, right? Running back is like 27.
Yeah.
For receivers, 30. And so I feel like, the later on in the season went, yeah, he looked good in warm-ups. We got all the, the rah-rah stuff. He in the middle of all our circles. But when it's time for him to make a clean cut and get off of Witherspoon or Woolen,
yeah.
and you talking about a kid who they 25 years old?
Yeah.
Bro, you're not just going to lead him off the strength. You got to be a real dog.
Yeah.
But when
Like-
it comes to dogs too, though, it's just not even a persona of what you got to carry yourself on the field and how you supposed to move and stuff. It's just the simple fact of the matter is like we got to understand it's more than just the field aspect. You want to intertwine yourself in the celebrities, and you got the Cardi B situation. You got
So you feel like he wasn't even all the way focused?
it's just one of them things. He got too blinded to he thought it was that successful. And in real honesty, the season was about him proving himself coming back off an injury.
Yeah,
That's what
and
it was.
I think he did that. I think
Yeah.
he's done enough to at least buy himself 2 or 3 years and more in the league.
Yeah, I get that.
But not as a 1, obviously as a 2 or less.
Right.
But I think he's earned because he had a 1,000-yard season or right around it.
No, he had
So-
1,000.
He had a
Yeah.
thousand this year.
So he's earned at least 2 more years in the league.
I got you.
But
Yeah.
is he a wide receiver 1? No, that's done. I think that's done for.
I think for him, the thing was making it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily winning, because everybody talk about the viral picture of him being on the field with the
watching-
Bills. Yeah, like
watching the
his thing.
Chiefs
I feel
dunk.
like his thing was, all right, I made it, and now I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know if he might say he really wanted to win it, but him getting there might have been enough for him. You know?
Don't he got court this weekend?
Yeah.
Man, he just lost his gun.
And I ain't gonna
So.
lie, and it's crazy you said that because Shaw was actually just filling me in before y'all got in here.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was. I didn't know that they had.
Yeah, apparently
they broke up. So
Yeah.
like Shaw was saying he had another one.
he flew one of his baby mothers out.
So honestly, I think he might be right. Diggs mentally
locked
probably
in.
just wasn't there, locked in. Yeah,
And he the main one in our circles
supposed-
preaching being locked in,
he's
dude.
supposed to be the one.
And I
But-
think we take it personal too because like we watched this man grow up. Like he was in our era, like we all in that age bracket were like, yo, we
Yeah,
didn't see
Diggs is
Diggs
one of
make some
them
big plays, or we didn't see Diggs pop his mouth and then go back out there and burn you. So it's like you said, the expectation is
He don't
like,
got that no
he ain't
more.
got it. It's just it happens. It's the territory. It's just
And just to, not to labor on this point too long, but because we've been talking about Stephon Diggs, but he's one of those. He used to be one of those guys that kind of pulled defenses towards him. Now I feel like he can still be an effective receiver, but he needs someone to open up stuff for him now. You know what I mean? So like,
Look at
say with
Thielen.
you, huh?
when he had Thielen.
Yeah, well, but when he had Thielen, he was a wide receiver too.
Yeah.
He had passed Thielen when it came
Technically,
to. he was the wide receiver too to Thielen because Thielen was the guy on the Vikings, but then he passed Thielen because he was just better than Thielen.
Yeah.
He just became better than Thielen. But what I'm saying, like for example, if we, looking forward to the offseason, for example, if we were to get AJ Brown and he was our wide receiver too, I guarantee you he'd eat.
Yeah.
But he's not eating as a one no more.
Great situation.
He's not eating as a one anymore. It's not there.
It's over, man. It's
Yeah.
over.
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, I do want to shout out before we move on to anything else. The defense. I mean, shout out to Seahawks as a whole. Like they were
No,
better
it's
team,
over.
but like the defense only gave up 1 touchdown. Like as much as the offense was like stalling out, the defense only gave up 1
That's
touchdown.
and I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of like the craziest thing to me, like watching the game. And it's like I didn't want to. Again, Drake May's not working with a lot, obviously, with that shit O-line. Like, the receivers were not helping it at all out there. So it's like, and it just blew my mind. I'm like, honestly, if he could have even just played a okay to like decent game, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all might have still had a chance,
Bro.
The Seahawks offense,
But he was on his back half the drop.
and I know that's what I'm saying.
So it's like-
Sam Darnold was throwing some ham sandwiches, bro.
But that's what I was ready to say. Like we looking at the other side. What did Sam Darnold really do to say, you know what, Sam Darnold was a superior quarterback?
And I had that debate with some of my friends earlier today. Obviously, you know, since I'm a Patriots fan, everyone's just waiting for us to lose to jump on my phone. But like,
Bro,
but at the same time, right? I'm like, yo, let's not act like that other offense was any much better. The difference was shorter fields, and you had a more consistent running game.
Yeah.
we couldn't run the ball, so we got forced into a straight drop back game. I don't know why we abandoned the run, but Josh just completely
7 carries.
didn't run.
Ramondre 7 carries, by the way.
Yeah, I know. He just completely abandoned it, I guess. And first of all, he gave half the carries to Travion, who just runs into the back of the center. He has no vision. He has speed for sure. Like, when he get that gap, he's gone.
Yeah.
But his vision, man, they got to work on that because he runs into the back of the center often.
He young though.
But
Young.
when it comes to Sam Darnold, I was telling him the same thing. I'm like, Sam Darnold didn't do nothing special yesterday.
Nah.
The reason why he looked like he did, because he just ain't turn the ball over like he used to.
He almost did a couple times. He almost did a couple times.
That first drive, we undercut 2 of those passes and just missed it. And then Gonzo,
He had it, bro, right before the half, bro.
Yeah.
And then they got the 3.
and then Gonzo had JSN in a box.
I'm not gonna lie, that is probably like
He had JSN in
that
a
is
box.
like
tape.
the spotlight of y'all like if on the Patriots right now is literally on Gonzo. Like that shit.
He was the best
Bro.
player on the team yesterday.
It was insane. Like it was.
He
actually
came to play
crazy.
yesterday. I'll tell you that.
So if PS2 is your favorite, your number one corner, then Gonzo got to be number 2.
Okay, all right. I'm glad that's what you said. Because honestly, I told my man that watching the game. I said honestly, I still got PS2 1 and Gonzo 2.
I'm saying I'm fine.
And then Gonzo.
I'm fine. That's the only one I'm fine with
Because
you
people
putting
trying to
over.
put Stingley over him,
No,
bro.
no,
and I
no,
didn't-
That's the thing. My man's he's a huge Stingley fan, so it's like he said that's where he struggled, but he's not going like
We've cooked
he not
Stingley most.
he not
of
going
the
to
game.
see he knows how it goes, so he's like he not going to put him over that, but
Yeah.
he is still a huge Stingley fan, and I'm not going to lie, Stingley's like that, like Stingley.
Bro,
is
we've
like,
cooked Stingley on go routes to booty in back-to-back games.
Okay, well, I guess the tape speaks.
That's why I said the only one I'll take over Gonzo is Patrick Surtain. That's the only one that I will listen to. But Gonzo has earned his money. Hope we pay him.
One thing
That's
I
gonna
will
be the
say,
issue.
before we do move off on the Super Bowl, I do want to say because like the 2 things that really like was like the glaring things for me yesterday, and I gotta give them their credit because I know we just talked a lot about the Patriots. It just seemed like the Seahawks defensive pressure and just the Seahawks confidence overall.
He was teeing up.
Yo, like,
From
and it
snap
came
one.
down to like I'm like even watching him in the post game interviews, like yeah, okay, I get it's the shock factor. I feel like it's probably a shock thing, so it didn't hit him all until later in the night or maybe today. But it's like listening to Mike McDonald talk, listening to Sam talk, listening to Kenneth talk. It's like they just knew that this was gonna happen. Like
Yeah.
they knew, like that's why I say like the confidence that they had going in and even after, it's actually kind of scary to me. Like
And see, they got the better. I'll be honest, right? I'm a Patriots fan. They have the better team,
Absolutely.
right? They have the better team. What we were hoping on our side is that our quarterback and our coach balanced it out because they definitely had the better team talent-wise, top to bottom. And the coaching didn't balance it out, and neither did our quarterback. So that's how we get yesterday. Yesterday, even though it wasn't a blowout, it felt like it because the game was in
It was
control.
never close, yeah.
The game was in their control the whole
But
time.
it's always hard to come back from a standpoint of you never had the lead. You never were able to clock manage and things of that nature because at that point, everything that you're trying to fulfill is kind of like, I gotta force it, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I'm trying to take what they give me. But if I can't take
And
it, now I'm turning the ball over.
That's
kicking a
how
field
Drake.
goal.
That's how Drake had his turnovers. I felt like Drake got to the point where he was like, "Yo, if I don't win this game, we're gonna lose. So I might as well turn it over, right? Because if not, we're gonna punt."
Yeah, that's
So
true.
there's no difference from me taking a shot on a deep ball that gets picked off and us punting. There's no difference.
Yeah,
Truthfully, bro, I feel like whoever came out the AFC was losing to that
I
Seahawks
said that
team.
a while ago.
I think whoever came out the
so
AFC was
crazy
losing
you
to
say
that
that because
team.
I was just about to ask before we hopped off of this topic, like. Do y'all feel like the way the Seahawks played, do y'all feel like any team in the AFC could have beat
No,
them?
not this
Me
year.
personally, I don't think so.
No.
After
Yeah.
watching that game, I
I'm
don't think
I'm thinking about Denver and like how Bo Nix would have looked, and I
No.
think he'd have looked rattled too. Like
No.
That's, yeah,
Denver wouldn't have had
still
enough.
bad. Still look bad.
It'll probably look the same.
And it's like it's so. That's why I say like the confidence. It's so crazy because when they interviewed Mike and they was talking to him, he tried to say it without saying it, but he said going into halftime they already knew that they had y'all,
Yeah,
and like that right there let me know like they. It's like so, and it's crazy because y'all say like Sam Darnold didn't have to do a lot, and I feel like they put him into the position so that he didn't have to.
Absolutely.
Like, granted, we've seen him do that. Literally, the game before, he threw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. So it's like he can do it, but he was not put in a position to. And I feel like that was the best way for them to win this game.
And that's why I don't really push back as a Pats fan. I feel as though yesterday the better team won that game. We took our L. It's nothing to be, that's the only thing that I push back on. Is so many people want us to be so mad about it. Drake May went from the greatest young prospect to being destroyed by half the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Drake May can't win big games. He can't play in the playoffs. I'm like, yo, y'all realize this is his first full season playing. I'm fine. Like, we've had way worse.
As a starting quarterback.
We've had way worse losses as a Patriots fan in the Super Bowl.
Honestly,
we've lost an 18-0 season on a helmet catch. Bro, we've lost to a backup quarterback throwing 480 passing yards. Like, yo, it's not the worst loss we've received. If anything, this probably should spark us to be better.
Yeah.
If anything, if we have the quarterback we say we have, I know for sure we're going to win the Super Bowl.
So moving forward, y'all feel like this isn't a one and done. Y'all going to be back eventually. Even if it's not immediately next year, y'all feel like y'all still going to be in the running.
Yeah, not next year, though. It's hard to go back to back.
Because
we probably won't be back next year. I mean,
we still made the playoffs.
Yeah. But I mean, the last time when we lost to Nick Foles, we won the very next year against the Rams. So we've done it before. Yeah. But, like, it's hard to expect a team to go back to back. But within the next 2-3 years, we should be back.
All right. So it was another thing that was going on this weekend was the Hall of Fame ceremony. Now, there's been a lot of controversy behind that because obviously they were, now in my eyes, 2 big snubs. But originally the first big snub was Bill Belichick not getting in, but then also Robert Kraft did not get in. How do y'all feel about that? Me personally, I don't know. I find it crazy that this year was the year where it was really only players. So I feel like if there was an agenda behind that, they should have put that out there so that this whole media frenzy about go ahead.
They used to induct 7.
Right.
And so they used to try to do 5 players and then 2 contributors.
Yeah.
But this year, or I think they started last year, but the last 2 years they were down to 5. Mm-hmm. And so that's how I don't know if y'all caught when Rodney Harrison was lighting up Tony Dungy.
Yeah.
He was lighting his ass.
Yeah. He pressed him right before the game.
But
he
pressed him, boy.
He was like, I think y'all
on live TV.
No one Vogler, no.
Yes.
Oh, but what was he?
No, Dungy's the voter. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He pressed. That's why he was
Tony Dungy was defending it, and he was saying Roger Craig deserved to be in, and that's what they voted on. Right? He was saying, I voted for Bill, but if we had 7 spots, Bill would have made it. And Tony and Rodney Harrison looking at him like, Bill should have been the first one on the ballot. I don't care. Look, Drew Brees was cool. Larry Fitzgerald was cool. They ain't Bill. Not as far as impact to the league.
Now, but I think honestly though, we all know what the gold in the room is as far as why the issues coming about. Yeah. Like they really trying to put a stand, and I hate that now the NFL is becoming so like unauthentic in certain things.
Political.
It's not fair because you got a coach that day by day, season by season, players, there's no match for that. Mm-hmm. But then we're gonna get into the Deflategate, the scamming with the film and stuff like that. Now what y'all trying to do is penalize a coach that deserves it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it should have been penalized in that way if we're gonna be honest, because if we talk about Hall of Fame ballot, he didn't hit every box with plenty of room to improve.
Well, I mean, I was going to ask if they're going to do that for Bill, are they going to do the same thing for Tom? Because Tom go ahead
Tom's going in, and we all know Tom's going.
You know what I mean?
That's what we got to wait to see, though.
You know,
well, here's the difference, though, and the reason why I'll say this is different. Now, I've never defended Spygate because I don't agree with that. Right? Yeah. I don't agree with taping practices. So whatever evidence they had on that, I'm not even going to push back on it. That's just wrong. Right? Deflategate is just dumb, in my opinion. I don't care if the ball is 0.1 PSI lighter than it's supposed to be. Everyone still has to catch, play defense, tackle, run routes, and still score touchdowns. The ball does not, in fact, impact any of that. So I don't care about Deflategate. The only thing I'll say is the reason why Tom shouldn't be affected by Spygate is because as a player, you're not doing any of those things. If you think Deflategate has some merit, then sure, that's the thing that you would dock Tom for, because Tom actually does get to feel the balls before the game
starts. Even in Tom's span, like. You take that one Super Bowl away. He still did it multiple times.
Right. And that's what
hesitation. Like, we can't blame nobody.
And that's what I was about to lead up to. I'm saying if Spygate was that bad to y'all, that y'all felt as though y'all had to teach him another lesson after you already found him and took draft picks.
Yeah.
Then you should have took the Super Bowls away. But you didn't. So you told me that them Super Bowls were still
Meaningful.
They were still
Yeah.
meaningful. So you that's why the Hall of Fame should not have the ability to punish people. Are they Hall of Famers or not? Right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't care about personalities. We don't care about what they got into.
True,
None of that should matter, right? T.O. should have went in. Bill should have went in. Rob should have went in.
Then
Like-
it was like I saw it was a thing that because Bill was like an asshole to the media. That was another like knock on his
Fair.
resume. You know what I mean?
I thought T.O. did get in. Sorry.
But not on first ballot.
Yeah.
I'm talking about first ballot.
That's true.
I mean, we all know Bill gonna get in, but
Yeah,
the
yeah,
debate
yeah,
is
yeah.
first ballot.
Yeah, that's because that was kind of like I ain't gonna lie. When this whole thing came out, I kind of like that was like the first thing that went in my head. I was like, I feel as though they all just kind of looking at it as like, oh, it's who we like type thing. The voters are just gonna
Yeah.
pick who they like.
And that's not
So
how
my
it should
thing is
be.
like, and it shouldn't be like that at all. It should be about the resume and the body of work. But I just felt like I'm like, how y'all gonna do? I'm like, why does it matter about who you like? And I'm like, T.O. got in, so it shouldn't like.
All right, so I got
be
a question
affecting
then.
Bill.
Do you, and anybody can answer, do you feel like, as a person of Bill's caliber, do you really think like he personally took a vendetta to that for the simple fact that I know I'm gonna get in the Hall of Fame, but that's just not first ballot. Like, does that first
Exactly.
ballot mean that much to somebody? And that's
Yeah.
why I think he really probably is on the antic he on now of how he feel for real.
Yeah, I mean,
I think.
go ahead.
Go ahead. I think yes. Initially, it probably does sting. Like just maybe. All right, I'm gonna speak from like my standpoint. If I'm Bill and I got my accolades, I'm sitting. I've already did what I did in NFL, and I found out I didn't make first ballot. I'm hurt initially, yes, but then because I see that the outrage of everyone that was put in and people that aren't put in have come to my support and said that this is outrage and that the Hall of Fame is a joke.
Yeah.
For example, like Jimmy Johnson getting on there and saying like. Pretty much, he just said, "Fuck the Hall of Fame," and I'm not going this year. I feel like once I see that, and I see like my peers and the people that have made it before me are now like saying, "Oh, this isn't legitimate. Like this is not a legitimate."
You
thing."
feel away a little bit.
Bro,
I'm not gonna feel as hurt. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I feel like,
Bro,
like I said, initially, yes, I would, but because like everybody else is like, "Oh no, you didn't get in first ballot. This is a joke." So I'm gonna be like, "Okay, they see it. Like
Yeah,
they see that this is a joke."
So
We can't ignore
Bill honestly wasn't, I mean, personally, he was probably upset, of course, but he also showed up when Pat McAfee and participated in the Hall of Fame, little antic
saw
things
that.
he was
And
doing.
he
so
took the jokes.
He had a smile on
He
his
was,
face.
Yeah, he was laughing.
He was all right, it's whatever. And so, like, I mean, he know he getting in. It's just kind of like, yo, like, who made y'all the punishers? Like, who? Bro, we have police. Like, we don't need you to be determining who, what, and all that type of stuff, right? Do you think he's in or not? Because the whole gimmick gonna be is they're gonna vote him in next year, and then it was like, oh, so y'all really just made him wait? That's even worse.
But that's why I asked that question.
Yeah.
That's even
was a good
worse.
question. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking like maybe he wouldn't because he knows that he's a Hall of Famer first ballot. Like, so he doesn't need the
The accolade.
right. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't need the validation. Like, because he knows what he accomplished. He knows what he did for the league. So what does he need? All these
But
people.
the problem is, I wouldn't say half, 25% of the Hall of Fame he beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coaches,
You gotta say,
owners,
yeah.
players.
He needs to just had a T.O. mentality and induct himself
Yeah.
like T.O. did.
I wouldn't show up though.
I mean, he probably.
You said, T.O. did his own thing. I wouldn't. I'm not going to Canton.
I think Kraft was probably more upset than Belichick was, to be honest.
Well, because Kraft feel like he's done more than Bill. So that's
Well, I mean,
the whole rift between them two is them fighting over who gets more credit for the Patriots dynasty.
What if-
Because Kraft is like, I took a chance on you because people don't know we traded assets to get Bill Belichick. We didn't just hire him. Like we traded draft picks to get him.
It's funny. I
So-
just found that out too.
Bro.
I did not know that until
Yeah,
last year.
when we got him, we traded for Bill. We didn't just hire Bill. So Kraft is like, yo, like you were part of my story. And Bill is like, no, I'm the one that made your story a story. So that's why they be going back.
So do you think it's, as a Patriots fan, since we on that topic, do you think it's safe to say without a Robert Kraft, there's no Bill Belichick, without no Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft, there's no Tom Brady?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
In that order, yeah.
I think all three of them
They're all necessary.
split the pie.
And all right, so now it makes my mind going. It's like, do y'all think Kraft didn't make it because Bill didn't make it?
Nah.
Not that. Do you feel like they thought we can't put one in without the other because that's just gonna cause more?
So would you try to say they a package deal now?
Pretty much.
I
I
think,
think next year they both
I-
get in.
Crazy.
Nah,
I
I
mean,
think.
Well, I mean, imagine how it would look.
Yeah. Crazy though.
Oh, but think
Hey,
about
yo.
it.
But
That's literally been the rift between
true,
Bill
yeah.
and Robert this
Yeah.
entire time.
yeah.
Like
He's fighting over credit.
And it's like, granted,
Yeah.
Bill not in the league no more, but it's like, I feel like that still is going to be a thing. If you would have put Bill Belichick in the Hall of Fame and Robert Kraft didn't, Robert Kraft would have felt some type of way.
and vice
who's to
versa.
know
But
they
see,
wasn't
but
gonna
the
have
thing-
that
the
shit.
thing is-
If he's in the
Damn.
league and has the power to do shit that he can do, it's like, what if he gonna feel some type of way? Some I feel like he.
So I
could've
do
done
think they both gonna go in together next year. But I don't think that they both missed it for the same reasons. I think Rob was actually never gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer just because he's an owner.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like there's only like 2 other owners in the Hall of Fame, right? Jerry Jones and then I think 49ers guy or something like that. I might
Jerry.
fact check me on the other one, but I know Jerry's in. But Bill, they wanted to punish Bill.
Yeah.
I don't think Robert Kraft was ever going to make it first ballot because as an owner, bro, it's like we gonna put in an owner over a player,
They gonna get there eventually.
but a
valid.
coach could get in
That's
over a
valid.
player. A coach can get in over a player, but we're gonna put an owner in over a player. Like
But then at the same time, you gotta think about the numbers game. There are so many more players and coaches' opportunity to make it than owners. Because some of them owners be there, 20, 30 years before they even
Yeah.
sell their ownership.
And that's also the problem though. Is while you teaching Bill a lesson, now you just pushed it back for the next coach who's supposed to get. What about Shanahan, right? Or Andy Reid, Mike Tomlin, all them guys, they're gonna have to wait, right?
So who-
Because now Bill had to wait.
Who's the 5? That is
Player
Vinatieri?
wise?
Yeah.
It was Drew Brees, Larry Fitz,
Kuechly.
Luke
Keekly,
Kuechly,
Roger Craig,
Craig.
and
It's one more.
There's one more. I gotta
Hold
think
on.
about it.
I got you.
Dang, that's crazy. You really don't think about it until like it's keep flashing in your
Yeah.
I don't even remember the fifth one.
when he said, I'm gonna be like, damn, that's right.
26, yeah.
And we just seen it yesterday.
Exactly. I
Fact.
Just put it on the whole TV. Our Hall of Fame ballots this year.
Hold up. Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly. Oh, Adam Vinatieri.
Another
Another Patriot.
I was saying
Okay,
Adam.
no.
I don't know how we ain't get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to ask you, because like one of my, I was talking to my coworker the other day, and we Ravens fans, so he obviously, this was Suggs and Yonda's first years available. This was their first time to be able to get on the ballot. And he asked me, he was like, how do you feel about that? He's on the side of like he felt like Suggs or Yonda should have been on there. And I'm like, I told him, I said I had to sit back and look at it, and I'm like, out of each guy that got picked, I was just pretty much like, I had to be unbiased, and I said, would I have put Suggs or Yonda over them? And honestly, no.
Only Roger
Only
Craig.
Roger Craig, but it's like I didn't even want to be on no disrespect because it's like he did put his work in back there
Yeah.
during the dynasty.
You hear the old heads talk about, oh, he was one of the best
That's
back in
what
the
I'm saying.
day,
And it's like, you
man.
always got to get one of them that every year they pick one of those guys that they been looking over for years and years and years. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm like Drew, Larry, Luke, and Adam Vinatieri. I'm like, honestly, I don't think I love Suggs and Yonda. I don't think I put them over them.
Yeah, I would say, would you remove anybody from
That's
that
what I'm
list?
saying. I don't think.
I mean,
Maybe Larry.
Larry.
no, bro,
maybe-
Larry Legend. He's second.
Maybe Larry.
You can't say that to
Because
Larry though.
I'm just,
man.
I mean,
it-
thinking
no,
like
it-
from a winning. Well, Kuechly didn't either, but
Yeah.
You don't gotta win as a
You
receiver.
don't gotta.
I know. But like, I'm just thinking about like impact to the game. But I guess Fitz did do that.
Nah, if there's anyone other than Roger Craig, out of them 4, it should be Kuechly. Luke Kuechly played 8 seasons?
He was all pro. I think 7 or all 8.
I know, no, he's tough, but I'm just saying, if we're not just trying to pick on Roger Craig, because that's
Yeah,
the easy one to say,
Yeah.
it would be Kuechly out of them. I mean, Vinatieri, half the Patriots dynasty exists because of Vinatieri's kicks.
He was like the leading, like point. He led the
He
team
led
in
the
points.
NFL. Was it just the Patriots or the NFL?
No, NFL.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
he leads the whole NFL in points.
Well, actually, what like you mean in a like school point? No, it was actually LT, but now it's Jason Myers.
You talking about as most points ever,
Yeah,
like just
Jason
by a
Myers.
player in the NFL?
Jason Myers literally just did it because of last night.
Okay,
5 field
true.
goals. He had the most field goals in the
man.
league.
They weren't trying to give an
He
MVP
had
to
the
a kicker
5
though.
That's so crazy.
But
I forgot to bring that
K9
up.
had a game, bro.
debate
But
today,
yes, bro.
K9 had a real
I had
good game,
that-
bro.
Yeah, I had that debate,
thought
yo.
during the game last night when they put up the graphic because LT had the most points with like 186 or 187, including postseason as well.
Okay.
And then now the kicker Jason Myers now has like 215 or like
Damn.
17 because it includes all the goddamn
But
field
see,
goals.
it's hard for me to give an MVP to a running back though because it's really your offensive line. K9 wasn't out there cooking. He was just getting 7 yards a pop.
I mean,
He was.
I'm
he was-
talking
he
about.
was-
I'm talking about.
I mean, he was making guys miss, bro. I mean, it was somebody was on him.
He deserved to be the MVP off of his stat line, right? But I'm saying he don't have that without his offensive line.
But he also got some receiving yards too,
can't get an
though.
O-line no MVP.
That's my point. So it's,
that's how
in my opinion, if we're gonna be fair, the kicker meant more to the game than he did. But
that is true.
Well, he never scored, right? So I mean, that is a good point.
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
very.
And that's why I
that,
said
that,
I
debate.
think
He
the kicker
didn't.
should have been the MVP, me personally.
But they just never going. They just not going to
Yeah.
do that.
But not to try to double back and all that. But yeah, as far as the guys that did get picked, I don't think anybody like that's excluding Roger. We're not going to dig on Roger Craig.
I think it's fair.
I think it will
I
only.
believe that was fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, the other four was solid. I think it should have been them four and Bill. I think that would have been a solid class.
Yeah, bro. I think they was reaching.
You think Vinatieri gonna go in as a Colt or a Patriot? Because he got a pick.
I don't think they do that.
Do you
I
got
don't
a
think,
pick?
I don't think you can. I don't think you do.
Don't you guys? When you retire, you sign a 1-day contract with the team.
I don't know how it actually
Tiring.
go.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying putting in the hall, they just put you in.
They put all your teams.
Yeah.
So what happened with like Dion? Like
I was like, Dion got everything on there. Dion got the Falcons. He got the Cowboys.
Because I'm a dumbass. I've been to the goddamn the museum.
Mhm.
Literally,
In Canton?
they have all the. I actually went to I went to Ray's ceremony and Ed Reed's ceremony. It was back to back.
So they give you every prop of every team
Yeah,
you've been
on
on.
your like on the bus and everything.
tough.
They put your teams. They put the years and everything. Like it's on there. So
Hey, I'm going to Brady joint 28. I'll be there.
Nah, it, I ain't gonna lie,
Hey,
like
yo.
it's actually a great experience. I would definitely
Hey.
go if you want.
Hey yo,
It's a hell of an
Hey,
experience.
we can make a trip.
that shit.
Let's
I'm
go,
with it
bro.
though. I'm with it.
But the other thing that was happening this weekend, we got the regular season awards. We're not going to spend too much time on this deal. I feel like everybody that got an award. Anybody got snubbed.
Bro, can we talk about the MVP, bro? Because
I
can
was
we-
gonna say that.
can we break down the voting? Like
break it down?
Drake May lost by 1 vote, right?
Okay.
And then it was 2 votes for Josh Allen,
Yeah.
and 1 vote.
These are only first place votes. So you get it's
Yeah.
a point system, and you have to put players in position. You don't just say like, all right, I vote him, and that's it.
Right, first,
So
second.
you rank them, yeah, and
So-
you get points off of where you rank.
So what? Who won? Stafford had 27 first place votes.
No, it was 20, 24, 23, 2, 1.
One with Justin Herbert.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I was about to say. A lot of people say Drake May only lost by 1 vote. He actually lost by 5 points. So even if you would have got 1 more vote, he would have still needed.
Some more points.
He needed to be somebody put him third. They should have put him second.
Yeah.
That's
So
what-
it
you know what I mean?
didn't matter that like the 1 vote went to Herbert or the 2 votes went to.
No, that did matter. But he still would have had to have been
Different level.
higher
Yeah.
up in
Okay,
somebody
yeah,
else's
okay,
joint
okay.
than just getting that first place. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
okay.
he could have still got that first place, and then that guy could have still put him further back instead of that.
It's just so crazy to see Matthew Stafford win. I'm not saying it's crazy in that formality. Like Matthew Stafford had a hell of a season, but Matthew Stafford as the MVP, you couldn't have told me that.
Bro,
I mean,
look
it's
at the
you
Rams
couldn't have
offense,
told me
bro.
that.
Like I hate to really sound like a biased fan,
Yeah.
bro, but like you take Stafford off the Rams, I think the Rams are still a playoff team because they
They got
got.
another quarterback in and they still a playoff
You
team.
take Drake May off the Patriots, they might not even have 5 wins, bro.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how much Drake May meant to the Patriots.
I still think Stafford meant a lot to the Rams. Well, I will 100% agree. If Drake May on the Patriots, we only win 5 games. I will 100% agree with that. You think there's a better quarterback that could have dealt with?
I think y'all had a good coaching staff, and I feel like
You think we would have won more than 5 games without Drake May?
y'all making it seem like there's not other quarterbacks that are not able to do things as well as Drake May.
You got to find a
They aren't.
quarterback first, though.
Okay, all right.
What
I just
I
think,
understand that he was the second voting in MVP. Yes, I get that. Like I understand he's on this pedestal. Yes, but I'm just saying there. So you don't think Sam Darnold would have did any of that stuff?
On our team?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Sam
It's the
Darnold?
system. It's the system.
Like and I'm saying, like that's what I'm saying. So
We don't have a
good
JSN.
system. Y'all have a good system. So I feel like y'all, if y'all
We have a
got
good system. Where was it? All playoffs.
What do you? Okay.
Our-
Y'all got to the
our-
Super Bowl. What do you mean?
Our offense did nothing in any game besides the Texans game.
But it just when you come down and break it down,
Different quarterback would have did better.
and I was ready to say that
No.
you put a caliber quarterback in that
Patrick
situation.
Mahomes would have
it's
did
different.
better. Lamar Jackson would have did better, and maybe Josh Allen would have did better. That's
Burrow.
it.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
No, Joe Burrow can't even make the playoffs.
Joe
Burrow.
Trevor Lawrence.
No,
no,
Trevor
I
Lawrence?
don't think Justin Herbert. Nah.
See, this is where I started taking a disrespect to think that Trevor Lawrence could do what Drake May can do. I just don't understand that.
I'm telling you right now, though.
Trevor
you
Lawrence?
can't discredit Trevor Lawrence, though. You cannot.
Wait. We still love Joe Burrow, even though that he hasn't been in the playoffs in the past 3 seasons.
No,
and then
we're not on that bandwagon no more.
Nobody said anything.
Yeah,
about
we're not on
love
that bandwagon.
I just said that the guy can be good in your system. That's 2 different. Like, come on.
I'm saying this same system did nothing the entire playoffs.
Okay, he can be good, but I don't think it'd be MVP level good. You know what I mean? Like we
Well, we
That's
was
2
just
different things.
Yeah, I would
Two
say
things
we
can be-
just-
2 things can be right at once.
we were just arguing the simple fact.
I mean,
that y'all not gonna have.
no, I'm just saying.
You said 5 wins.
Yeah,
That's what
5
I'm hanging on.
That's
to,
what
guys.
I'm- that's what I'm getting at
different
with it.
quarterback
Right.
in your system, you still could have got more than 5 wins in my mind.
Are there
That's what I'm saying.
other
That's all I'm
good
saying.
other good NFL quarterbacks? Sure.
But they gonna get you more than 5 wins,
They
though.
can get you more than 5 wins. That's
They gonna
all-
get you more than
that's really
5.
all
I
I'm
don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all
Okay,
clearly
sure.
have the better
Sure.
choice
If we
because
have
y'all
Joe
made it to the Super
Burrow,
Bowl.
we'll probably win 7.
Look, my
Maybe
point
not, because
is
he's had a shit defense. Y'all defense,
Yeah,
y'all might have won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but we don't have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, so he got to throw to Pop Douglas.
that's my point. My point was Stafford's throwing to Puka and Devontae all year, bro. Like your numbers are gonna look great. Drake's throwing to Stephon Diggs, who we just saw couldn't get open in the Super Bowl, and Booty that can only run go routes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you're not wrong, but like I said, I just feel like we were just the fact that y'all you hung your hat on.
Yeah.
We was only gonna get 5 wins. No. more,
Okay,
no
yeah,
less.
you might get 7, 8, or 9 with another quarterback.
That's getting you to
And
the
then
playoffs.
we
That's
can't-
all you mean.
Nah.
We
One
can't-
game, by your logic, you kept saying
Yeah,
this playoff. It just take
that-
one game at a
that
time.
5 wins
you just
just
need to
threw
get
us
there.
off, bro.
Yeah,
just
you
gotta
gotta get
by
there.
one game.
It took us
That's not
14
a
wins.
crazy
Just
thing to say
saying.
though. Just given,
But there
like,
are some games that you win off of defense though too. So them 5 wins could be 5 wins that Drake made probably cost, but then the defense added another 4, so now your team a 9-winning team.
Okay, let me circle it back. So do y'all think
you
Y'all-
you're not
y'all-
out here, bro.
y'all agree that Stafford should be the MVP?
Yes or no?
I
If you don't give it to Stafford, who you give it to?
You give it
you
to
gotta
Drake.
go to Drake.
So at the end of the day, they gave it to Stafford because Stafford had the more impactful
is-
season to the voters' eyes.
And yeah, but in my opinion, that's a debate on who
How you
had,
looking at
who
it,
had the
yeah.
best season or who's the most valuable,
Yeah.
right? That's the same thing that happened last year, right?
true, yeah.
Josh Allen and Lamar, right? Josh Allen was more valuable. Lamar had the best season, and they gave it to Josh.
Yeah.
So why didn't they do that for Drake? Why did they give it to somebody? Why?
Depending on how you skin the
if
cat that
Matthew
day.
Stafford, look, if
That's what it comes down to.
if Matthew Stafford's the MVP this year, Lamar is the MVP last year. If Josh Allen's the MVP last year, Drake's the MVP this year. It's the same debate.
I mean, just like I said, depending on who.
I just want
who-
consistency. I don't really. It don't really
It's
matter.
never
who
going to be
won.
consistency because at the end of the day, they go off the storyline. Like, we got to
Yeah.
think about it.
And
Drake
it's
May had a good storyline, but Stafford's storyline impacted him.
And now
so
we get the
much
Lifetime
more. So, yeah.
Achievement Award.
You know what I'm saying?
He's been such a good guy. He put his time in the league in Detroit.
Let's not diminish. Can we not diminish Stafford?
Yeah, yo, shout out to Matthew Stafford.
No, I
bro.
thought he
Shout
deserved.
out
I
to
thought he
Matthew
deserved
Stafford.
it.
Like
I thought he deserved it. I thought he deserved it. But what I'm saying is, if he deserved it this year, Lamar deserved it last
Yo,
year.
they gonna ride for them Patriots. Boys, I tell you, if it ain't Drake May, it's nobody.
Hey man, I mean, yeah, shout out Stafford, I guess.
Yeah, you guys shout
No,
Stafford.
he had a great season.
I just thought that
But
Drake
that Justin,
was more
that Justin
valuable.
whoever voted for Justin Herbert should lose that.
Well, bro, no, the guy, he revealed himself
That's a
on
good
Twitter.
point.
And he defended it. He said, I voted for Herbert because Herbert had bad O-line play the whole year, and he overcame it, and he was winning, and he didn't have any
so then he
receivers.
should have voted for May.
And he didn't have any receivers, and he still made it to the
All we
playoffs.
saying
who was
is,
it?
His name is, he's like some Irish guy that used to work for
I thought
Pro
it was
Football
like
Focus.
somebody-
all the
Yeah.
Irish guy was doing was saying, you know what, Justin Herbert, I'm gonna pat you on your back for getting out the first season successful.
Man, he a
And still
7
was hurt. Still was hurt.
We used to have our MVPs win the division. We used to have our MVPs
Carry the league.
like have a home playoff game.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
All right, yo, he gonna ride. Leave him alone, man. he gonna be all right, yo. Leave him alone.
But all right, just to wrap up, because this was the end of the 25-26 football season. So looking forward ahead now. Everybody we already into next season. Just like
Game on.
anything like way too early predictions. Maybe a team y'all think is going to be coming up in the come ups. Like anything that y'all looking forward to. Like
Ravens to the Super Bowl.
I mean, of course not.
Ravens to the Super Bowl.
I'm look. All right, let me get out of.
Yeah, we did a lot of Patriots. What y'all got on y'all
I'm just
Ravens?
be honest with you. I'm actually really excited for what the future holds for the ball.
Y'all like the staff? Y'all like the staff?
I love the staff.
I actually like. Granted, I got to see what we produce, but so far right now, I'm actually loving it.
Minna is a different guy, bro.
Jesse Minter is different.
He's a different guy, man.
Declan Doyle, I really believe look.
yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. I had to sit there and think like that man was dialing that shit up for Caleb over there. Clearly, I know Ben Johnson was a huge help because that's what he did over
I
there.
mean,
in
Ben
Detroit.
Johnson called the plays, but he worked with Caleb from day to day.
That's what
Hey,
I'm
you
saying.
missing our
Like,
legendary addition, Whip Doyle, though.
Who?
We got Lombardi.
We did.
Yeah,
We did. Oh, so,
yeah.
okay.
We got Lombardi.
That's what I like to hear.
He's an assistant.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, but like the staff right now is looking great. Honestly, I just think it comes down to the guys getting all on the same page and just having that. Honestly, we need to be able to create that Seahawks mentality and mindset that they just had created.
Now Seahawks the model franchise.
I mean, it was the easy to go.
And I'm just poking fun at
But
you.
point being, just like that dog mindset of just knowing like we can do it and we're gonna do it. You know what I mean?
And we
So-
created the monster in Seattle, though. That's what people don't realize. We
Y'all
created
let him
McDonald's.
walk. Y'all let him walk.
I mean, it was going to come down to it regardless.
We
You got to better yourself when you get to that.
no, I mean,
caliber
I
as a
shout out to
coach.
him though. Shout out to
Yeah.
him, but
Yeah.
So
Also, we're loyal to a fault. We weren't gonna at the time. We were still blinded by loyalty.
Yeah.
Johnny,
Yeah.
what do y'all? Okay, so as a Ravens fans, what do y'all want to see the team do in like free agency? Like, y'all.
We need a line. We need a line.
We need a line for sure.
It's hard to get that in free agency. You
And
can
a
draft
rush.
that.
We need a rusher. Definitely a rusher.
I mean, that's what everybody need right
We
now.
made it through the whole season this year.
That's the thing though.
With no rusher.
We gonna have this draft.
Kyle Van Noy. He
Kyle Van Noy.
Kyle Van Noy,
Funny,
bro.
bro.
Kyle Van Noy, bro.
But being honest though, this entire draft season, everyone's looking for offensive linemen and pass rushers.
Yeah.
So like,
It's gonna be a big drafting.
that's what I'm saying. The whole first round of that draft, you're gonna see it's gonna be O linemen and edge guys. Outside of
quarterbacks.
I'm hoping
No,
they
it's
get
gonna be
guys
one or
out of
two
Miami.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Did y'all see the report today that Max Crosby said he's not playing for the Raiders anymore? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, he
they
trying to go.
said-
Yeah.
Yeah, he trying to go.
He want to play for Vrabel.
Max, come to Baltimore, man.
But-
He already said he wanted to play for
Come on,
Vrabel.
But the issue is,
He did.
Alright, cool.
Look it up. Look it
But
up.
He probably did. Like,
The-
I ain't gonna lie, Mike is a great guy.
But being a Ravens fan, it hurt because we already know the moral of the story is certain players we can say we want, but when it come down to the money aspect and what we got to give up, they go ridiculous. Like people come to our organization and be like, "Yo, we gonna give you one person, but we want 4 and
Yeah.
some draft picks."
So you think y'all be getting worked in trades?
It's just not. We don't have the money and assets to
just
be like,
sign
we gonna
people.
flip the coin with y'all and be like, you know what, I got you. This time I'm
What,
gonna
to
give you draft.
take on
Yeah, we
contract?
can't.
I feel you. I feel
That's
you.
That's why we lost so much with Flacco era.
Yeah.
Flacco was the exemplification of why we can't do certain
that-
shit in Baltimore. bro.
Yeah, because y'all paid him so much money.
I guess-
At the time, it was a lot.
But we
It's not
paid
a lot
Lamar.
anymore.
We probably had to drop a bag on Lamar.
Yo,
and
Lamar,
expect- Bro, come on, bro.
Lamar is going to make $70
Million
million next year. That is crazy.
And you talking about something? We gonna get a Max Crosby, and we paying that man $70 million. Come on,
How much
That's
how
like-
much cap space do y'all have? Like, is it a lot or is it's not? It can't be that much.
I think that's like 17% of the cap or something like that in one player.
Bro, if I'm the Ravens owner right now, I'm going down the checklist on the identificating. Like, bro, it's not too many people we can go get. We had a successful team this year, but it wasn't the end game.
Yeah.
We got to start looking at the minor pieces that I'd be like, bro, he got 2 more years in his contract. I'll give him 10 mil. But I'm not gonna give somebody 25 mil to be a superstar. I'm not doing it.
So you think you should invest more into the role players and just kind of have more people doing their job than get a big splash?
Bro, if we can keep a caliber of a foundation of good players and add like 1 or 2 sparks that's just gonna be like wow, how did we get him, or why did he come to Baltimore? Then we'll be fine.
I mean, that's how we
And
built.
he's absolutely right, because I ain't gonna lie. I mean, granted, it's back in the day, but it's like when you look at the Ravens and when we've won and when we've had our greatest success, it hasn't been with that number one like superstar name. Granted, we got Lamar Jackson now, so that's always gonna be the case.
Yep.
And we got Derrick Henry, so it's like, yeah, okay,
probably about it.
we work off of them.
This
But
might be Derek last year.
honestly, I
Nah,
don't think so.
nah.
I'm talking about being
In Baltimore,
being
Oh, being-
however-
oh,
being
the guy.
I
Nah.
don't think so.
You're gonna have to start splitting carries on that body.
I don't think so.
But that's why you keep a young boy like Keaton Mitchell around.
If y'all want a 33-year-old running back, have fun.
That's cool. He could be a LeBron
He just made
James.
history.
I mean, I know I asked about it
history.
before. What y'all think y'all do?
I don't
with
say
Lamar?
I'm not saying you're gonna
big
fall
cut.
off. I'm saying he's gonna need somebody
you
to
say what we do with
alleviate.
Lamar?
Nah, like Marlo, D
Oh,
Hop.
Marlon, yeah,
D Hop gonna be one of them issues. Like, and I was gonna say when
Let
bro
him
said what he
walk.
said. Nah, but when bro, he made a valid point, bro. When you sit there and realize, like, every year we get dogged every year with the Ravens on why we got this old ass receiver, why we got this old ass corner. But they be the role players you need, because now we not spending no money on shit like that. But then we make the playoffs and it's a fluke. How was a fluke?
What's so crazy to me is like, and it's like it's 50-50 for me. Like, we get called the retirement home at times because
Yep.
we do bring in them veterans, but what's so crazy is sometimes we hit on them veterans and they rejuvenate their career. Kyle, and granted, you troll,
but I was half joking.
When Van Noy first came back, he had I feel like either that first year or the second year, he had the most sacks.
Yeah, like 11 or 12.
He almost made the Pro Bowl without getting inducted because somebody didn't want to play.
and let's
He
talk-
almost made the shit.
Another one, Jadeveon Clowney.
I was gonna say
Jadeveon
him,
Clowney
yeah.
came here and he came here and then he got a bag from I think like
Carolina.
Carolina just off of the 2 seasons he had here. Like
Yep.
it's like I hate it that we do got to go out there and get them old vets, but it's like sometimes that be the spark we.
But that's what works for us. We found the pipeline for that.
Well, that's because you're not rebuilding, you're retooling. That's-
But the Ravens as an organization, we young first and foremost. We ain't been in the league as long as the Patriots and stuff. But at the same time,
oh, you talking about as an organization?
as
I
an
thought you talking about a
organization.
team. I was about to say you're
Nah,
a much older team
but
than we are.
at that point is we never. If we really look at the Ravens history, we've probably only had one season where we took the time to rebuild. We haven't had a season that we said we just gonna tank and just figure it out. We always competitive regardless.
I
It's
feel
just
like our only rebuilding season was when we fucking brought in Harbaugh.
when we
and
brought in
Flacco.
Harbaugh and Flacco, right?
That was the rebuild, and ever since then, like you said, we've just retooled.
Yeah, we missed the
Add
playoffs.
things to add,
Flacco,
yeah.
add Lamar. Ray Rice gone. Add fucking Justin Forsett. Then this guy for a couple years. Steve Smith gone.
Yep.
Add fucking whatever.
Yeah.
So y'all get mad. Y'all
You know
get
what I mean?
mad
It's
when
just
we
like-
make that point though. Like, in real honesty, that's why when it came to getting Menace into Baltimore, I wasn't disappointed. But the reason that y'all was trying to bash John Harbaugh was crazy. Yo, he only missed the playoffs 2 years, and y'all gonna say he was unsuccessful. The only thing that
he wasn't unsuccessful.
we needed but that's what
It was just time
people
for a
were
new
talking on
voice.
that. Like, we just needed that learning curve to change the culture. The culture was getting so dried out that we expecting Lamar to go for 4,000 to do this shit.
I mean, once your quarterback checked out, your team's done. And Lamar was done with him. So
I feel like unfortunately it got to the point where it was like, and I ain't gonna lie, like I'm still to this day, like I tell you, I was bittersweet once Harbaugh left.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, granted, them couple months up to, I finally was like, you know what, I want a new coach, but it literally was all off of the strength of like, it's just time for a new culture. It's
Yeah.
time for something new. Like, it's stale. Like, I needed somebody else in here to kind of get the guys rejuvenated and want to actually come to work and come to actually win games. Like,
It's like a bad relationship. When you with your girl and y'all just cussing each other out, y'all know it's just not going to stop. But at the same time, if you want to change the culture and talk about you want a better relationship, you're going to leave
leave.
toxic shit to
Gotta
get to
leave.
a better situation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like that's what the saga is in Baltimore. If Lamar not happy, the Ravens fans not happy, so we going to talk shit and get somebody out of there. So,
but to end the point on as far as the Ravens, I want us to go back and start hanging our hat on defense.
yes,
Like, granted,
absolutely.
I know you was trolling about it, but like I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep going on that because I feel like this is the first time like he's really like a team has really hung their hat on that and they went all in on it. And it's like I truly want us to just go back to like defense is our
Heart and soul.
MO. I want that to be the what people know us for. Granted, you have Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, so it's like we're good enough on offense where it don't got to be like, oh, the defense has to win us the game. Our offense can win us the game, but I want our defense to be the reason we're getting places. You know what I mean?
yeah, I feel you.
So hopefully that's the case, and hopefully that's the culture that Jesse Min is going to bring in Baltimore. That's what I'm really hoping for. But we got a little bit of time left, so to end that on football. But the NBA's kind of picking up. We get into the All-Star weekend. It's the halfway part of the season now. NBA trade deadline was last Thursday.
Last week.
Last Thursday. Prior to that, and even to that day, a lot of things was going. A lot of moves was made. A lot of moves didn't happen. What do you feel like it was the biggest or the weakest move? As far as like what any teams was moving?
James Harden.
Hard into the cab.
It's blowing me, bro.
You think that's the
It's
biggest?
blowing me.
That's your weak. That's the weakest to you.
No,
Or
I'm saying
biggest, like
I'm saying it's blowing me in a good aspect
in a
because
good. Okay.
it's just like I would never think James Harden was going to finally get out the chapter he was then and then get to Cleveland. Cleveland got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just out. It's going to be a LeBron situation where you put him around another superstar that's just as good as you. How is Spider and him going to mesh?
Well, see, that's the way I view that, and they kind of already kind of threw teasers out there is that they're kind of trying to recruit LeBron for that, last season to be in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I think that move was made literally with that in mind of like, yo, let's try to get all these guys together for one go at it. And so I think that next season they're going to bring in LeBron, and LeBron's going to have his retirement tour in Cleveland, and it's going to be them three.
So does it affect Bronny? Does Bronny go with him?
No.
Nah.
Bronny, this the big leagues, bro. Like, this the big leagues, bro.
I feel like it was all
But,
fun and games.
yeah.
Got their moment, but now you just
Yeah.
like, look,
So
he's an adult now. He got to go on his own.
So I don't see Harden as like a long-term thing in Cleveland. I think literally it had
asset.
everything to do with we're trying to push all our chips in for this one last season
Yeah.
that we think we can get LeBron to come back for.
They on the same mindset that he want to win now. They want to win now, and that
Mm.
window is like
And Cleveland not far, but it do hurt to see Garland leave.
Well, Garland was never really
Garland was
healthy, though.
mid.
You know
But
what I mean?
Garland, he cool though.
Yeah, but like
he
I
cool.
fucks with Garland. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
My problem with
I
Garland
fuck
is
with Garland,
he
yo.
had that pop-out season and he stopped getting better.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You got to keep working, bro. Like,
He's still a bucket, though. But yeah, like,
still a bucket.
to your point, yeah.
his work ethic is
Shit,
low.
AD.
And he's injury prone.
AD got swapped out too though.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like,
I ain't gonna lie, that's a good move.
we talked about that. Look.
Let's
bro.
bring
We
it
trying
back. Actually,
Look, we
Let's
talked
bring
about
it
it.
back.
let's bring it up.
We talked about it over text, right? I think next season, if
Wizards
you
are
can
playoff
get
team, bro.
Trey and AD to play at least 50 games, they are going to
Playoff
be
season?
a 6 seed. The Wizards. They're going to be a 6, 7, 8 seed. One of them three. If you can get Trey and AD to play 50 games, they don't even got to be the same 50. They just both got to hit 50.
Now I will admit, in the midst of like when we were talking about it in the group, I was partly trolling, but part of it is also just like, I guess that's just my mindset and like, all right, I'm on some like, all right, what can you do for me now? That's kind of how I look at it in sports. And I mean, granted, in some situations that's not the case. Like you said, you're looking at it from like, this is down to build for next year. Because like even now, like when the report came out, AD out for the season, I'm just like, I just feel like this is foreshadowing for next year. It's like,
Nah, they just resting them guys.
and I get it, like, you know, and then part of that came up too. I'm like, all right, maybe he just kind of like, they want to make sure he is good to go.
And plus,
But I'm just like, all right, AD's a great player. I don't want to take anything away from him. But it's like, all right, Trae Young, what is they really going to do for the Washington Wizards? And the point that you were making, that the core that they got now, what they building on,
They nice.
they
bro.
good.
They young boys though too.
Alex
I
Sarge,
feel- and
Trey
I-
Johnson.
My thing is like, all right, why is AD and Trae Young the guys you feel like they got to go get to put them over? Why not someone else? You know?
The thing is, whatever putting them over looks like to you, I don't think it looks like the same to me. You're thinking about building a championship team. I don't think that they're close enough to build a championship team off of one trade and one offseason, right?
That's true though.
So the way I look at it is they didn't get put over. They just got incrementally better.
Okay.
So, for example, like when Trey was in Atlanta, Trey was taken to Atlanta. Trey took Atlanta to Eastern Conference Finals by itself. He took Atlanta to Eastern Conference Finals by itself.
We are pushing maybe about 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, he can't do that anymore. But you telling me
Vibes
that
are right.
a team with Trey and AD, right?
Young boys.
A team with Trey and AD and a bunch of young boys who can fill those roles, right? They can make the 6th seed in the East, bro. Like it's not that, bro. The Bulls and the Heat have been playing in the play-in every play-in.
Yeah.
It's
And
an
the Bulls-
invitational, bro.
The Bulls are
their
terrible.
invitational.
It's actually trees.
The
right?
Bulls are terrible. You telling me that AD and Trey Young can't get to the play-in
See, and it's also a culture shift.
in the East?
It's a
it's
big
like-
culture shift. Like I feel like when you take players that we know, like we watch, have that spark moment, like you said, Trae Young took them to the Eastern Conference. Bro, you take Trey, put him to a different city. You bring somebody that he's cool with, or you bring somebody that compel their game together. Put a mass crew of kids that's gonna compete with him, or young men that's gonna compete with him, and DC's on the upbring. Bro, they looking at a successful playoff push. I'm not saying this is the world champion right now, no, but they gonna have a successful season.
And I guess, all right, I guess I gotta take it back a little bit. I get where you're coming from, and I understand it. It actually does make a lot of sense. My whole thing was just like, I just felt like, not even from you, but like it just seemed like a lot of other people, and then like just the world in general, just like I felt like it was an overreaction. Like it just seemed like that's what they were thinking. Like, oh, it's gonna take it there. But honestly, looking at it, it's like, all right, the Wizards haven't really been doing shit at all, really, the last forever. Actually,
John Wall left, really.
Right.
Yeah, so it's
But that's what I'm saying. They're not.
like he just the point he just made is like, all right, then now this kind of it's a culture change. It help uplift the city.
Yeah.
My thing was like, look, if niggas want to just kind of say like, all right, this just some good hoops in the city now. Cool, say that.
Yeah.
Don't kind of start thinking, oh yeah, we going places. Like it just seemed like a lot of Wizards fans was on some Cowboys fans.
But you
type
gotta
Yeah,
start
but
looking
they
at
are.
identities, yo.
They are. But in my opinion, they are in their minds as a Wizard basketball fan. They are going places. You're going from the worst team in the NBA or second
Yeah.
worst.
They're not going to be the
to-
worst team in the East anymore.
to a play-in viable team. That's a jump.
And you
That
gotta
is
look
a
at the
jump.
city. The city
So
itself.
even if they don't win, right? Even if they don't win one playoff series with these two players, at least they got to go there. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of teams that like the Brooklyn Nets who have no upside.
And DC itself is growing though. Like you gotta look at the football team. They building the
Facts.
culture there. The stadium ready to get done. So I think DC just as a whole is trying to buy in and bring some competitive sports here.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's gonna happen like this, but you're gonna have more of a fan buy-in.
I jokingly said, like I've been jokingly saying, but it's like I told him, I was like, yo, the move was just so they could sell tickets. But I mean, that's
that's
kind of
gonna help.
part of it. That's
Yeah,
That's
Wizards
part of it.
They ain't gonna be on the low no more.
Realizing like that actually is
But
That's how it starts,
but we
you
used
know?
to always have these conversations of like, yo, how is DC not a major sports market? Why do stars not want to play in DC? Well, you got 2 stars there, so now you might start to change that narrative. You know what I mean? Because I used to be like, yo, all the stars want to go to Cali, Texas, Florida, and New York. No one wants to play in DC. I don't get it. But
Literally,
now you
yeah.
can change that culture. You know what I mean? So
The vets they had before was what? Middleton, Marcus Smart, McCollum, like
Nobody.
bunch of
you know what I
write-offs.
mean? But now they got
Nobody.
vets like Trae Young and AD who actually done it before. Like AD has a ring. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and if we talking like moves, I know we ain't talking about it. It might be like an under the radar move, but I feel like Vucevic to
Vooch,
the Celtics.
yeah.
I was
Vucevic to the Celtics. I feel like that's a crazy move.
Tatum
bro.
just started warming up with the G League team. The Celtics are about to surprise everybody.
But they tied for second in the East right now without him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, with it though.
Let's just hoop without him,
Bro.
My bad, I'm sorry.
I thought Vucevic to the Celtics was crazy, bro.
He's
It
a
was
good
crazy.
compliment.
Low key crazy.
Yeah.
I think the worst trade was the Warriors joint.
Porzingis.
Porzingis?
What about McCain
So
to
they-
OKC?
That's nothing,
that's
bro.
a good- I felt like that was actually a good move for them.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
y'all so high. No,
Yeah,
that's good
what
for
I'm
the
talking about.
Sixers.
I felt like it was.
I thought that was good for the
I feel like
Sixers.
it's good for both. I feel like
Yeah.
McCain would do good in the Thunder on that young team with them. And then also, it's like, did y'all really even need him? Like VJ took his spot.
Nah, we needed him more than OKC needed him.
But my problem though with the Warriors though, right? They
Go ahead. Yeah.
my fault. With the Warriors, they've been dangling Kuminga for like 2-3 seasons in a row, and you get Porzingis back.
He's got a point.
Porzingis, bro,
They
he has
did
this unknown illness to where he hits and miss like every 3 out of 4 games. Somebody need to tell us what this illness is because the internet is saying it's something else, and I don't want to say what they saying it is.
Real quick though, can we talk about how Giannis and John Morant didn't move? Like, what y'all think about
John Morant don't have no market.
I'm gonna be real,
And
I
John
think-
Morant's a Memphis bass player right now.
I
bro.
think, and I'm not gonna lie. I think Giannis. I think everybody was fooled with that. I genuinely, unless he came out and said it, which I didn't see.
it's friction there though.
It
I
is.
believe
It
it's
is.
friction there.
He did request
but
the trade,
I
though.
believe Giannis actually still thinks that he can take this shit somewhere.
But the problem with Giannis is he's not gonna force it though.
Yeah.
He keep telling them I don't want to play here, but you need to be saying, yo, I'm gonna sit out games if I don't play.
I'm trying to prove a point to you guys, and y'all still don't want to listen to me. That's what
If-
I'm getting out to.
you know, if you take Giannis, you gotta take his brother too. So that's a package. deal, right?
It's brother.
The Nationals and Bronny should not be in the NBA. Neither one. All right.
Alrighty, and on that note, I believe that's how we should wrap it up. Again, it was a good episode, Sean. Appreciate it for coming with us.
Definitely
Yes, sir.
appreciate it, man. I definitely want to come back. It was a good
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah,
It
that
was a
fun.
good talk. We definitely gonna have him back. Until next time, goodbye from me. Goodbye from Dorian.
Yes,
Sean,
sir.
let you go ahead and end it.
Hey, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for being my friend.
Yeah.
Hey.